Hi, pretty cuties. What's up? My name is Jeanette, also known as Ms.FitVegan. Today we're going to talk about how to start a raw food diet, especially if you feel like you are not able to. Okay, so if you don't have confidence yet eating a raw food diet, that's totally normal. You probably haven't done it yet. I have been raw for 15 years and I was very, very nervous in the beginning and I didn't think I could do it. And I was like struggling, and I'm going to tell you some things that helped me a lot to stick to it. But the number one thing that you have to know is that everything is hard before you know how to do it. Everything. Driving a car, riding a bike, roller skating, going raw, everything's hard before you know how to do it. So that's why I teach women now how to do it. So if you'd like my help one-on-one, I'll leave the link below. But for now, let's get into the top 5 ways that I would recommend a raw vegan starts. Okay, so how to go raw for beginners. All right, I don't have anything written down. This is just from my experience, okay? I don't know if you could tell, but on this channel, I don't have scripts. I don't have editors. I don't do that. I just speak from the heart, from experience, okay? From my 15 years being raw. All right, the number one thing you have to do as a beginner is you must buy more fruit than you think you can eat. You must. I have gone shopping with people, okay, that want to go raw, and they are not buying enough. I have encountered this thousands of times. I almost said millions, but thousands. People fall off, they eat unhealthy food, or they eat cooked food, or they eat processed foods because they don't have enough fruit in the house. If you do not have enough fruit that's really good in the house that you like, you will absolutely fall off. So don't buy fruit that you don't like. Only buy fruit you like and buy it in abundance. 1 bag of grapes is not enough for a week. I mean, that's 1 meal, but you're eating multiple meals. You're eating 3 meals a day and snacks. So you need at least 21 meals plus snacks. 1 bag of grapes is 1 meal, maybe, depending on the size of the bag. When you buy oranges, if you're buying 2 oranges for the week, what's that going to do? If you're buying 10 oranges, what's that going to do? That's maybe 2 meals, maybe. 5 oranges a meal? The thing is, you have to buy more. And what I recommend is, okay, so first of all, buy more fruit than you think you'll eat. Number two, focus on the fruits with the most calories. Don't fucking buy or worry about berries or fucking kiwis or these just like little things. No. You need to focus on the fruit that has the most calories. Bananas, mangoes, papayas, oranges when they're in season, apples, dates. Dates are great because you can make caramel and you can put them in smoothies. But the most important fruit is going to be the bananas. Oh, melons. Melons are great. Melons are really good. I have a YouTuber texting me right now, a raw vegan YouTuber texting me right now. So that's hilarious. Asking my advice on something. All right, listen, let's not get into it. Here's the thing. You are going to struggle if you do not do these things that I'm telling you. Right now, please, this is what I do for a living. So I help people go raw. If you'd like my help, I'll leave the link below. I got a course starting on Saturday. You need more fruit than you think you'll eat, and you need to focus on the things with the most amount of calories. Bananas, if you do not like bananas, then you've got to go with mangoes, or, you're going to have a lot of melons in the house, a lot of apples, a lot of papayas and other things like that. If you don't like bananas, I still recommend you buy bananas, but you freeze them, make nice cream. You could put mangoes in the nice cream. You could put strawberries in the nice cream. You don't even taste the bananas. You're still going to have to eat bananas. I would recommend bananas, lots of bananas. And if you're not a big eater, okay, well, you're going to become a big eater. You're going to eat a lot more than you did on a standard American diet. Okay, because you need the calories, and fruit is mostly water, very little calories. So you're going to eat a big quantity. All right. Number 3. Okay, so that. All right. The third thing for beginners, I would highly recommend you just focus on breakfast. If right now you're not eating 1 raw meal, then focus on breakfast. Okay, if you've already mastered a raw breakfast, then go to lunch. Say, all right, I'm going to master lunch. I'm going to eat raw for breakfast and I'm going to focus on lunch. If you're already doing those two things, then focus on dinner. But most of you guys are not doing those two things. Master your breakfast and master lunch. Okay, what are some good raw vegan breakfasts? Okay, a melon, a cantaloupe, a honeydew, watermelon. Any type of melon is perfect for breakfast, okay? If you're still hungry after that, wait 20 minutes and have something heavier. Have a smoothie. At least 5 bananas. If you fucking if somebody sends me another goddamn video of them making a smoothie with 1 banana, I will fucking lose my shit. Okay? 5 is the minimum amount of bananas that you need to have in a smoothie for a meal. If you keep doing the same thing you've always done, you're going to keep getting the same results you've always gotten. If you really want to go raw for real this time and stop fooling yourself, then you need to fuel yourself with fruit. You like that? I've been working on it for like 15 years. Number 4. Number 3? Yeah. Focus on 1 meal at a time. Master breakfast, 3 weeks. Then master lunch, 3 weeks. Then you go to dinner. Okay. Number 4, do not, sorry, my foot is falling asleep. This video is so boring, my foot fell asleep. Number 4, the video is not boring, it's just my foot. Number 4, I was sitting weird. I'm raw, so I'm perfect in every way, I promise. Number 4 is that this is off the top of my head, just from my experience. Okay, number 4 is that you are going to have to, yes, you're going to have to change your story. Okay, as a brand new raw vegan, your story is not that you can do this. Your automatic story is, I can't do this, because you haven't done it in the past. So that's an automatic given. It's very rare that somebody will go raw and be like, yeah, I can stay raw forever. First of all, don't even focus on forever. Take it 1 meal at a time. Not even a day at a time. Take it a meal at a time. Have a plan, have lots of fruit. Do the other first few steps. But take it 1 day at a time, 1 meal at a time, 1 second at a time. Don't worry about tomorrow. Don't worry about staying raw for 6 months or a year. Okay? Don't worry about that. But focus on your mindset and focus on affirmations and say to yourself, it's so easy to go raw. You know, I recommend all my clients put alarms in their phone, and every hour an alarm goes off that says it's so easy to go raw. It's so easy to be raw. It's so easy to eat raw. Whatever you like, whatever sounds better to you, okay? It's so easy to eat raw. It's so easy to eat raw. If you repeat this 1,000 times a day, 100,000 times a day, millions of times a day, do you know that it's only going to take 3 days for you to start to feel like it's easy to go raw? Watch. Repeat it over and over and over and over. You're changing the programming. You see, your mind is your mind, but a lot of us are slaves to our mind. A lot of us are not in control. Our mind is in control, and that's a dangerous place, because if your mind tells you to do something and you do it, but it's not good for you, or you don't want to do it, or you don't need to do it, like it's not good for you, and you do it anyway because you think your mind is in control, then you're fucked. You're like the criminals in jail that their mind told them to do something and they did it, but it was illegal. Okay, well, what you're doing is not illegal. Yeah, going to the store and getting pretzels or getting potato chips is not illegal, but it's fucking up your life. So what you need to understand is that, and this goes deep, baby, there's 2 voices in your head at all times. I mean, some of us hear a lot more, but the basics of this lesson, for the point of this lesson, there's 2 voices in your head. One is a boss, and the other is a bitch. One is a winner, and one is a loser. One is a cooked foodist. One is a unhealthy person. The other one is a raw food eater. Healthy, unhealthy. Piece of shit, amazing, disciplined, consistent motherfucker. A useless eater, fruity cutie with a booty. You see what I'm saying? One voice in your head wants to destroy your life and ruin your life. I don't know why we're designed like this, but we are. You might even call it the devil. Oh. The other voice is your higher self. You might even call it God. Okay? There's a war going on in your head. I don't know if you know this, but there's a war. And you know the story about the 2 wolves? One is good, one is evil. And it's an old story. It's like a folklore story. Is that the word? Where they talk about the little boy asks his grandfather which wolf is going to win. And the grandfather says, whichever wolf you feed. Now, we're talking about food here. So literally, if you feed the unhealthy person inside of you, the unhealthy voice, the bitch voice, the lazy voice, if you feed that voice with crappy food, he or she's going to get stronger. He or she's going to be in charge, because the more you listen to him or her, they are in charge. Let's just say they, them. You know how the world is today. If you feed that voice gets stronger. If you starve that voice disappears, is done. It's silent. The voice in my head now is completely different than in 2011. In 2011, the bitch voice, the lazy voice, the unhealthy voice in my head was like, just eat one French fry. Nothing will happen. Like, you don't need to be like suffering right now. You can give in to you can have one French fry. When I stopped listening to that piece of shit loser voice, okay, when I stopped listening to that voice, that's when everything changed for me. And I started saying no to that voice. And I started saying yes to the voice that said, no, you cannot do that because you've done that in the past and it never works out. You eat all the French fries. You can't just eat one Oreo. You eat all the Oreos, Jeanette. We're not doing this anymore. And some of y'all are going to stay insane for the rest of your life. You're going to just keep doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting a different result. And it's never going to come. And you're going to watch raw vegan YouTube videos forever. And you're going to not buy enough fruit. You're not going to focus on the fruit with a lot of calories. You're going to keep restricting yourself, and you're going to keep falling off, and you're going to keep thinking it's you. And it's not you. It's what you're doing. You're not lazy. You're doing lazy things. You're not stupid. You're doing stupid things. You understand what I'm saying? You're not disciplined. You're doing disciplined things. You are your habits. It's not a skill. It's not a trait. Being disciplined is not a trait. It's a skill that you learn and you practice every single day. Your goals and dreams, they're coming once you pay rent for them every day. You pay rent on your goals and dreams every day. The people that you look up to, if you look up to me, well, I'm only 5'3", so I'm pretty short. Oh, that rhymed, but I couldn't figure out the third rhyme. Okay, if you look up to me, thank you. Subscribe. And just know that I am daily, every day, choosing. You're not looking up to me. You're looking up to my habit of daily choosing fruit and vegetables, nuts and seeds. And I make it easy for myself, by the way. I don't buy anything else. Currently, for the first time in my life, there are no options in the house besides fruit, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. And I didn't live like this. For the first 14 years of being raw, there was always unhealthy options in the house. So if you think I have any fucking patience for people that say I can't go raw because I have to cook for my family or there's unhealthy food in the house, I have no patience for these kind of people. I have no patience for that excuse. And I know it's not you. I know it's the bitch voice. I know it's not really. The real you is God. You are God. So God is not a lazy piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, God is not making excuses. Imagine God making excuses. Oh, I can't help you right now. I'm busy. I can't work on your prayers. I'm busy. No, God doesn't make excuses. No. So I want you to act God-like. And I want you to just understand that when you have a craving for something or you have a thought, I wonder if I should eat this, or I really want to eat this, or I think I can't get fruit because I don't have the time, or, I just need something right now. That's not you. That's the old you. That's the addiction. That's the old habitual thought pattern that you need to break it in half by eating a mango, by making ice cream. And if you're living alone, then you're a fucking, you really out of control now. If you're living alone and you can't eat raw, that's because you don't need to go raw. Like, clearly, things are not that bad. Things were really bad for me in 2011, so that's why I had to go raw. Long story short is, here's the thing. You can do this. If I can do this, you can do this. And so the fifth and final, sorry, I forgot. This video is for beginners. I should have been a little nicer. Okay. Well, the fifth and final thing that I would highly recommend for beginners, okay, so changing your mindset, saying it's so easy to go raw, saying you can do this, constantly focusing on the positive, okay, focusing on where you want to go. That's what you want to do, okay? Losers focus on what might happen that might be bad, and winners focus on what might happen that might be good. So focus on what might happen that might be good. You might stay raw today. If you have a plan and you have the fruit, you're definitely going to stay raw. Okay. If you join my course, you'll definitely stay raw because I'll fucking make you, because that's my job. All right. I love my job. So if you'd like me to be your accountability partner, I'll leave the information below. We have one spot left for one lucky fruity cutie with a booty, or somebody that wants to get a booty. We're going to work out together. I'm going to hold you accountable. I'm going to support you and guide you and teach you everything I know. Okay. The fifth and final thing that you need to do, and I don't know if anybody has ever said this before to you, okay? But the fifth and final thing that you need to do, actually, I'm going to make a whole nother video on this because this is a lot. This is a lot. You need to stop being a victim. And I don't know if like anybody's ever really, really sat you down and told you this, but victims, and I talk about victimhood a lot on this channel because I was a victim for so long, but victims never get what they want ever, ever, ever. And even when they do get what they want, they're never happy. There's millionaires and super fit, healthy people that are miserable. There's very successful people that are miserable and on drugs or commit suicide. And the reason is because they are victims. And even though they worked hard to get something, they still stayed a victim. They never changed their victim mentality. So I'm going to do a whole video on this, on how to do that. But basically, the key that I have found, because I was a victim once, I thought everything was happening to me, not for me. The key was gratitude. The key to happiness, the key to breaking your victim mentality is gratitude. Start getting in the habit of writing a list of 10 things every morning and every night that you're grateful for, and this will change your life. It's so simple, but so easy. And if you really want to get out of the victim mentality, start writing down gratitude. What are you grateful for? Think about it. And if you don't have any time because you're so fucking busy, then just every time you brush your teeth, think of 10 things you're grateful for, because it's really hard to complain and make excuses when you're grateful. It's really hard to write to me because people email me all the time, every day. You know, can you give me advice on how to stay raw? I'm in freezing cold Canada. I don't have any money. I live with my parents. I can't afford to buy my own fruit. And they have every excuse, every single excuse. And like, I can't sympathize because I had every excuse too. And I did it. I didn't have any money. I was in freezing cold New York. I didn't have the resources. I didn't have a car. I didn't have none of it. I promise you, if you want something, you will find a way to get it. And if you don't know how to go raw, then might I suggest you reach out to me? I can help you know how. And if you know how to go raw, but you just can't do it on your own, I can hook you up with an accountability partner. So email me. Even if you can't afford to be in my course, just email me. I'll see what I could do, okay? I know there's a lot of people out there that want help and want to go raw, but they can't afford to work with me. Just reach out to me and write me your sob story, and we'll see if I fall for it. But listen, I'll send you my books for free. I've sent many people my books for free. I'm trying to make the world a better place because I don't know how long we're here for. Like, seriously, we don't know when our time is up. Once you lose friends and family members, suddenly you're like, oh my God, I don't know like how long I have here, because life is really short. You realize that when people pass away. So I don't know how long I have here, and I want to make a difference while I'm still here. So I'm trying to help as many people as possible. And trust me, if I didn't have to charge for my course, if I didn't need money, I wouldn't charge. I promise you, one day I will not charge for it, because I'm doing this because I know God gave me, He blessed me to bless others. I know this. I know this with all my heart and soul. So trust me, I don't want to charge. And I'm charging a very good price, to be honest. But I know some people cannot afford it. So if you're desperate, if you really need to change, if you need to go raw and you want this really bad, but you can't afford it, reach out to me and I might be able to help you. All right? Love you, boo. For everyone else that has no excuses, take these 5 things, write them down, listen to this again, and execute, 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 and you got this, boo. I love you. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.